Hey Nerd Society, welcome back to the channel where we dive into the most epic moments in the world of superheroes. Today, we're tackling a wild topic: 10 characters who have killed Wolverine. That's right, the near unstoppable, unkillable Logan has faced defeat in some shocking ways over the years. If you're as hyped as we are, don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment about your favorite Wolverine moment, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing superhero content. Let's dive in and see who managed to take down the legendary mutant. Storm. In the X-Men Forever series, legendary writer Chris Claremont made his much-anticipated return to the mutant universe, but this time with a thrilling twist. The story takes place in an alternate reality. This creative freedom allowed Claremont to explore bold and shocking plot lines without worrying about the repercussions on Marvel's main continuity. And he wasted no time making an impact, delivering a jaw-dropping moment in the very first issue. After an intense and grueling battle with Magneto, Wolverine is left weakened and vulnerable. Shockingly, he meets his end when struck by a powerful lightning bolt from Storm, leaving the X-Men in utter disbelief, pun intended. However, the story takes another twist when it's revealed that this version of Storm is actually an imposter. The real Aurora had been imprisoned in the body of a child. The Punisher. In 1995, long before the critically acclaimed Punisher Max series, Garth Ennis gave fans a glimpse of his dark, uncompromising storytelling in Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. This alternate reality takes a drastic turn when Frank Castle's family isn't killed by mobsters, but becomes collateral damage during a massive battle between Marvel's heroes and villains. Among his victims is none other than Wolverine. Their encounter is nothing short of brutal. In a vicious fight, Castle manages to impale Logan with his own claws, a grim nod to Elektra's iconic death scene. But Frank doesn't stop there. He hurls Wolverine onto a transformer, electrocuting him until his flesh is burned away, leaving only his smoldering adamantium skeleton behind. Sentinel. And no, we're not talking about Robert Reynolds, aka the Sentry, but rather one of the robotic creations of Bolivar Trask. In the iconic storyline Days of Future Past, Kitty Pryde travels back in time to prevent a dark and dystopian future where mutants face near extinction at the hands of the Sentinels. During this desperate mission, Wolverine valiantly holds the line to give Kitty the chance to execute her plan. Unfortunately, his efforts lead to a grim fate. Logan confronts a Sentinel, but is obliterated by a devastating energy blast, leaving no trace of the near-indestructible mutant. This moment serves as a chilling reminder of the Sentinels' overwhelming power and their lethal efficiency in hunting mutants. And once again, it seems electricity proves to be one of the most effective ways to take down the Wolverine. Hulk and Wolverine are two of Marvel's most iconic combatants, clashing countless times across comic history. But in a 1993 issue of What If, the Jade Giant, well, not so Jade this time, emerged victorious in one of their deadliest encounters. In this alternate tale, the Grey Hulk faces off against Wolverine in a brutal battle. Logan manages to rip out the Hulk's heart and makes his escape, severely wounded but alive. However, the Hulk's incredible healing factor kicks in, reviving him and sending him into a rage. He tracks Wolverine down, and the ensuing fight is nothing short of savage. Even with his healing factor keeping him alive, Logan ultimately meets his end when Hulk delivers a devastating punch that dislocates Wolverine's adamantium skeleton, severing his spine and killing him instantly. Dark Phoenix. In a 1981 What If story, we explore the grim scenario of what might have happened if the Dark Phoenix had never died. In this alternate tale, Jean Grey struggles to keep her overwhelming power in check, secretly destroying planets and stars to avoid detection by the X-Men. When Nightcrawler tries to attack, she sets him ablaze, turning him into a living inferno. Wolverine steps in to save his friend, but Jean uses her telepathic powers to take control of Logan's mind, forcing him to impale Colossus with his claws. As if that weren't enough, she drags Wolverine into the fiery remains of Nightcrawler's body. You might think that's not enough to kill Wolverine, and you'd be right. So Dark Phoenix takes things to the ultimate level, ascending into the cosmos and destroying the entire universe. Now that should do the trick. Baron Mordo. In the 1988 Inferno saga, chaos erupted across the Marvel Universe, leaving lasting consequences for mutants and beyond. In this alternate story, Madeline Pryor and the Demon Sim annihilate nearly all the mutants, sparing Wolverine only to turn him into a mindless pet. A resistance forms, led by Doctor Strange, Baron Mordo, Rachel Summers, and Kitty Pryde, to fight against the demonic forces. However, things take a devastating turn when the controlled Wolverine unintentionally kills Kitty Pryde, shocking him back to his senses. Seizing this moment, Mordo betrays the group, hoping to gain power for himself. Wolverine, enraged, mortally wounds the treacherous sorcerer. But with his dying breath, Mordo casts one final spell, dealing a fatal blow to Logan and ending the life of the nearly unstoppable Wolverine. Beast. During Grant Morrison's run on the X-Men, the storyline Here Comes Tomorrow introduced a dark future where Beast, possessed by the malevolent entity Sublime, sought to claim the Phoenix Force for ultimate power. This twisted version of Hank McCoy became a formidable and cruel adversary, pushing the X-Men to their limits. In an attempt to stop Beast/Sublime, Wolverine assembles a new team of mutants, but the battle proves overwhelmingly one-sided. The corrupted Beast, imbued with Sublime's immense power, decides to toy with Logan in a display of sheer cruelty. He disables Wolverine's healing factor, rendering him vulnerable, and gruesomely tears out his innards, leaving him to suffer a slow, agonizing death. It's a shocking and brutal moment that showcases the terrifying potential of both Beast and Sublime in this dystopian timeline. Thanos. In Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos manages to collect all the Infinity Stones and wields their immense power through the Infinity Gauntlet, setting out to destroy Earth in an effort to win the affection of his beloved mistress Death. In the midst of his cosmic rampage, Wolverine makes a bold and seemingly futile attempt to stop him. Out of nowhere, Logan lunges at Thanos, driving his claws deep into the villain's chest. While this might have been fatal to a normal adversary, Thanos is far from ordinary. With a casual disregard for Wolverine's attack, the Mad Titan uses the power of the gauntlet to melt the flesh off Logan's body with a blast of energy. It's a brutal moment, showcasing just how unstoppable Thanos is when wielding the power of the Infinity Stones. Magneto. In the Ultimatum storyline, Magneto takes his villainy to unimaginable extremes, bringing the entire Ultimate Universe to the brink of destruction. In a move of catastrophic magnitude, he steals Thor's Mjolnir and uses it to reverse Earth's magnetic poles, causing widespread devastation and killing millions of innocent people in the process. Wolverine's demise is especially brutal. Magneto, using the Iron Man suit's propulsion system and Cyclops' visor, ruthlessly incapacitates Logan, leaving him severely wounded. To add insult to injury, Magneto alters the very cells of Wolverine's body, rendering his healing factor completely ineffective. In one of the most shocking and violent moments of the story, Magneto obliterates the adamantium coating Wolverine's skeleton, effectively killing him in one of the most harrowing deaths of the saga. In Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, Deadpool kills Wolverine in a particularly brutal and inventive way. Logan and Deadpool face off in a confrontation where, unlike many other foes, Deadpool isn't looking for a quick fight. He understands Wolverine's regenerative abilities and plans to counter them in a more prolonged, torturous manner. Deadpool traps Wolverine in a scenario where his healing factor can't keep up. After getting the drop on Logan, he starts by slashing him and then using adamantium to pierce Logan's body, limiting his regeneration. As Wolverine struggles to heal and fight back, Deadpool uses his knowledge of Logan's weaknesses, including his adamantium skeleton, against him. The fight gets increasingly violent, and Deadpool finally finishes Logan off by using a large explosive device, destroying him completely. Logan's healing factor is overwhelmed, and he's unable to regenerate fast enough to survive. Thank you so much for watching today's video. where we took a look at 10 shocking moments when Wolverine met his end at the hands of some of the most powerful and dangerous characters in the Marvel Universe. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of Wolverine and the many ways his story has taken a dark turn. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit that like button to show your support. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think had the most brutal kill of Wolverine? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more superhero content. And be sure to ring the notification bell so you stay updated with all our future videos. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time, right here at Nerd Society.